You've heard the reviews, but now it's time for a real test. Today, we're putting this product through its paces, from performance to durability, to see if it can live up to the expectations. As Wi-Fi 7 continues its gradual entry into the mainstream market, the TP-Link Archer B9700 emerges as one of the most compelling options for users seeking next-generation wireless performance without paying top dollar. Priced at under $400 USD, this tri-band router offers support for the latest Wi-Fi 7 standard. Generous port selection, strong 6 GHz performance, and a modern design, making it a standout in the affordable high-performance segment. Design minimalist but bold, the Archer B9700 features a low-profile chassis with a modern matte black finish. The top panel has a textured surface that resists fingerprints, while glossy accents around the edges add a subtle visual contrast. The standout design element, however, is the 6 large external antennas positioned toward the rear, an upgrade from the 4 antennas on the older B3600 model. These antennas emphasize performance over subtlety and help deliver wide and stable signal coverage. Despite its minimalist form factor, the B9700 is far from discreet when compared to mesh routers with hidden antennas. The router also offers wall mounting grooves on the bottom and ample ventilation on both the top and underside for optimal airflow. On the top, you'll find the TP-Link logo and a clean row of LED indicators: power, internet, LAN, Wi-Fi, which are bright enough for visibility but soft enough not to disturb at night. Ports and connectivity: high-speed wired options. One of the B9700's strongest advantages is its comprehensive and upgraded I/O layout, uncommon in routers at this price point. The router features 1 by 10 gigabits per second WAN port, 1 by 2.5 gigabits per second WAN LAN port, 4 by 2.5 gigabits per second LAN ports, 1x USB 3.0 port side mounted. This configuration marks a substantial upgrade from its predecessor, which only featured 1 gigabit per second ports. With these multi-gig ports, users can build fast internal networks, connect to NAS devices, or take advantage of faster internet plans with minimal bottlenecks. One minor drawback is the side-mounted USB 3.0 port, which could be less accessible if the router is placed near a wall. However, it remains handy for quick access and plug-and-play use. Wi-Fi 7 performance: future-ready speeds. As a Wi-Fi 7800 2.11b device, the B9700 supports key next-gen features like multi-link operation (MLO), allowing devices to use multiple frequency bands simultaneously for greater speed, lower latency, and increased stability. The tri-band configuration includes 2.4 GHz up to 1376 megabits per second, 5 GHz up to 5760 megabits per second, 6 GHz up to 2882 megabits per second. Total theoretical throughput 10,018 megabits per second. These specs significantly outperform most Wi-Fi 6 routers in the same price range. The Smart Connect feature intelligently distributes devices across appropriate bands, based on signal strength and network demand. Hardware and setup: smooth experience with Broadcom Power. The router runs on a quad-core Broadcom BCM4916 processor, paired with 512 megabytes RAM and 256 megabytes flash memory. This hardware setup enables quick boot times, responsive configuration changes, and consistent performance even with heavy multi-device usage. Users can configure the B9700 via the TP-Link Tether mobile app or the traditional web interface. Setup is straightforward, requiring only 5-10 minutes to complete the basic steps. Time zone, WAN port selection, SSID setup with Smart Connect enabled by default, and firmware update. The router also supports TP-Link's Easy Mesh, VPN, guest networks, and Time Machine backup for macOS via the USB port. Real-world performance: 6 GHz shines, 5 GHz and 2.4 GHz lag behind. Using a test rig with Wi-Fi 7 support: MSI-B-capable motherboard, Ryzen 5 7600, MSI Herald B adapter, the B9700 was put through multi-band benchmarks. 6 GHz band, 6 feet 2507 megabits per second, 25 feet 1203 megabits per second. Even under heavy load: 6 devices streaming 4K, it maintains strong throughput. 6 feet 2187 megabits per second, 25 feet 1157 megabits per second. These numbers outperform higher-end rivals like the Nighthawk 600 rupees. In 6 GHz scenarios, 5 GHz band, 6 feet 1000 megabits per second, slightly behind B3600 and Asus RTBE86U. 25 feet under 500 megabits per second. Performance drops under heavy load, with 600 rupees outperforming at nearly 21 in close-range tests. 2.4 GHz band, 6 feet 116 megabits per second, 25 feet 54 megabits per second. This is the B9700's weakest point, with even the older B3600 achieving better results at short range. Verdict: a budget-friendly Wi-Fi 7 powerhouse, if you prioritize 6 GHz. The TP-Link Archer B9700 is one of the best sub-$400 routers for users looking to leverage Wi-Fi 7, especially on the 6 GHz band. Its high-speed ports, strong cooling design, and excellent 6 GHz performance make it an ideal upgrade for gamers, streamers, and tech enthusiasts with modern devices. If your setup can take full advantage of 6 GHz Wi-Fi and you need multi-gig LAN, the B9700 is a smart and future-ready investment. However, if you rely heavily on older 2.4 GHz and 5 GHz devices, other routers may provide better value in those frequency bands.